Hello, hello, my friends. My form picked up and then it collapsed again. We're still in the playoff spot, so like it's not a disaster. We still have an opportunity to get something out of this season, but Jesus Christ, do we need to sort out our form? But anyway, this is the one that's important. Dublin City announced new intake of youth players. The most exciting moment in any save. Let's have a look. So okay, there's a lot of. I mean, it's what I would expect. Basically, at this level, everything is going to be a superb rating. But did I? Oh, Brendan Dillon. Oh, you're pretty much first team ready, and you're an advanced playmaker. That's a position that I'm actually kind of stuck for, and you're versatile in like basically defense, center mid, and attack mid. You could slot straight into my first team. But Adam Burke, I'm excited about you. I love a goalkeeper that comes true. But this is like I've got a golden generation, but like I've no idea how good or bad any of these players are. So let's go one by one. Adam Burke. Okay. Good reflexes. You're 6'1". Agility. You've got the trinity and the attributes: area reach, command of area, communication, handling and kicking. You know, apart from anticipation, I'm almost ready to throw you in as a first choice keeper and just let you develop. I mean, you've got no throwing, but I don't really like playing with. I'm snapping you right up. Could improve a lot. It'll be difficult to know like where his peak is, but like he's already our third. He's not our starting keeper at the moment, but like there's a player in here. Approach to sign. Breakthrough prospect, we will indeed. Now, the major disappointment is that we don't have full-time contracts, so I won't actually be able to get the most out of training for him. So it's going to be a bit of squeaky bum time. Optional contract extension, 1 year. Go on. Suggest terms. Well, that's just how the cookie crumbles. We'll get him on a U contract. Okay, Philip Smith, advanced forward. Let's find out what you're like. Okay. 5'9", you know, off the ball could be improved a hell of a lot. Although you've got good dribbling, good first touch. I'm seeing the elements of you being retrained into being an inside winger on that left hand side. Just between like the finishing is on the lower side, and you've got good dribbling and first touch. So I kind of want you to exploit and to use that width outside. And because you don't have that off the ball, but you have the work rate, I think you'll be able to get yourself and utilize space. But I think you need that space. So retraining you as a winger is probably the best way going. So future prospect, negotiate contract. We'll get you in on a non-contract. Go on. Okay, so Joe Flynn, right back, no nonsense. Crossing and dribbling are appalling. Look at those mentals. Aggression, bravery, concentration. You're 5'9". If you were 6 foot, I would so retrain you into being an attacking centre mid. Determination's okay. I'd love if there was more leadership in there, because then he is a player that you almost you fast track into being a good player. Could improve a lot. It's what we expect here. So yeah, approach to sign. Breakthrough prospect. Negotiate, yep. Okay, and now we're on to Graham Delaney, the first of our 3 central defenders. Okay, great tackling. Good mentals, actually. Good teamwork. And we've got a 13 leadership. We've got a future captain, good determination and bravery. A natural fitness of 15. We can up that stamina, but the natural fitness, 12, not 15. There's a bit of longevity to this boy. I'm definitely signing you in, and that leadership is very appreciated because you're going to grow into that role the older you get, my friend. Negotiate contracts, non-contract, exit. Okay, and now we're on to... oops, I've gone too far. Adrian Ruggier. Okay, 15 tackling. And again, those mentals. Leadership of 14. You know, there's a crop of youngsters coming through that they've a bit of battle to them. They've a bit to their game, and they're showing that he's unambitious. Oh, of course he is. I bloody hate unambitious leaders. This guy kind of defeats the whole point of it, doesn't it? Well, look, we're gonna sign you up, and you're gonna make your way to the Ayrshire League at some point anyway. So, Marty Kavanagh, advanced playmaker. Okay. Ooh, look at you. First touch, technique, flair. The balance is fairly good. And a 5'7", it's gonna be hard to shift him off the ball. the dribbling and finishing. There's probably a shadow striker, an attacking midfielder, and you've got the long shots. So I almost want to hold you back into that advanced playmaker role. These off the ball teamwork vision, I mean, they're in the low 8-9s at this level. That's not bad at all. But like, there's room to develop into like the maybe 11 or 12. Interesting. We're gonna snap you up. Approach to sign, future prospect. Everyone on non-contracts. So we've looked at Kavanagh. So Breen. Here we go. Defender. You know, he's not terrible. All round. He's got the heading, the marking, the tackling. They're in 6, 8, and 8. I'd rather that be 8 as well. He's got the jumping reach at 6'1". Good leadership, good bravery. He's not the best of those centre backs, but like he does a job. Like low regional level, like level 8, level 7, he's slotting fine. And 16 years of age, there's plenty of time on his future. Like, one thing to mention as well is when it comes to bringing in youth players, like, we are in Dublin. We're Dublin City. So we've got a hell of a lot of players that we actually have to kind of like, we've a hell of a lot of clubs to compete against. So for a while, we're not going to have the pick of the youth intakes. We're basically going to have to be challenging with like your Bohemians, your Shamrock Rovers, your St. Pat's, your Shelburnes. But like, this isn't a bad intake. Like, I'm looking forward to getting to Brendan Dillon when we get to him. So Martin Butler. Okay, pace, acceleration, left-footed, 5'4". Okay, you've agility. If you can get that agility up, that balance is appalling, though. We need to get that balance up. Although you have a low center of gravity, so that balance with that height isn't terrible. Good technique, good work rate, good flair. If you were right-footed, there's oh my god, I can retrain you as an inside forward. Okay, we're going to bring you in. Not bad at all, not bad. I haven't really been paying attention to the personalities, but I haven't spotted anything incredible so far. Okay, we're almost at Dillon, so let's go to Jonathan Caffrey. Long shots is the thing that stands out to me most. Okay, he is an attacking midfielder. Just looking at these stats, good physicals. I'm quite happy with those physicals. Off the ball and determination means that he's actually going to give a shit about this. In terms of that attacking midfielder role, I mean. I'd rather get that work rate a bit higher, but he's got passing and he's got dribbling. So he's a player that can take the ball with him. And he's also got the physicals to be able to like exert himself, except for the stat to exert himself, which is his strength. He's got a jumping reach of 6. He's 5'7". He's got 5 heading. Not more to be said. Approach to sign. Okay. Finalize. Okay, and now this is the one. This is the one that I'm excited about. If we get a first team player out of this draft, I'm going to be delighted. Brendan Dillon, drum roll. I'm not going to do a drum roll. Okay. Oh, look at those mentals. Flair 15, teamwork. It's got good agility. The technique in the first touch isn't bad at all. Yeah, the leadership is appalling, but like, he's got low self-belief, so he'll have to be trained out of that. Strength of 3, 5'8". You know, he's not terrible. It's not. For a moment there, I had myself believing. I had myself believing there could be something more. Although he's got the marking and the tackling. The vision and the passing is what I want to see bumped up. Although I'm gonna train you in a box to box just to get a wide dirt of what you can do. But like, you've got long shots, you've got marking, you've got crossing, you've got dribbling, first touch. Like, solid mentals, decisions, composure, concentration. What's not to love? Yeah, you were slotting straight into my first team, my friend. Approach to sign. We're going to actually sign you as a fringe player. Suggest, finalize promises, negotiate contract. And again, I'm bringing you on a part-time contract. So is there a suggest option? No, I thought there was. Oh well, so I'll bring you in 25. Let's see what happens. He wants a youth contract. We're just going to give him what he wants. Okay, very, very, very happy with that. Okay, so Cardum Mumbo. Technique and dribbling. Yeah, I'm sensing a bit of a pattern here, but again, he's unambitious. Flair and work rate. Good balance. 6'1". I mean, you're not bad at all. I'm just adjusting my feet here because it's very uncomfortable. My recording station is somewhat unorthodox. Okay, just bring this down so we can talk eye to eye now. Okay, I'm gonna bring you in. Yeah, you're probably gonna go to the electricity at some point, but in the meantime, you can develop. You can develop quite nicely for me. Okay, so we're down to Jordan Farrell. I guess stamina and natural fitness. There's a bit he's going to be a bit of a workhorse. You can even see it in the work rate. Good technique. I'm surprised to see the marking there. First touch is one of his more up there attributes. Those physicals are appalling. Strength 5, agility, balance, and jumping reach. He's 5'3", so I didn't really expect anything major out of the heading and the jumping reach, but everything else, he's not going to make it. I can just say this right now. He's not going to make it. So approach to sign, future prospect, finalize, go on non-contracts. I love how he was an elite level. Okay, Joe Doherty, left attacking mid. Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all. Those technicals are quite good, actually. 10 passing, got the vision, and he's a right footer. Ooh, and look at these. Gets in the opposition area. Okay, we've got an inside forward over here. Tries long range free kicks. What is your free kick kicking? 7. Can be improved. Although I like that acceleration, that balance. That is quite good. 5'8", could be a lot worse. Heading a 4. Okay, so you what you are, my friend, is you are an inside winger support, because you've got the passing, you've got the vision. You don't have the ability to actually compete with the ball in a pressure environment, though, because your concentration is quite low. You've got good composure, which means that if given the opportunity, you're in a good position. But with that finishing and that acceleration, I just wouldn't trust you in a box. But with that vision, with that passing, and with that flair, I would trust you to get the ball into a dangerous position, to lay it off for somebody who is dangerous with finishing. So you are definitely being signed up, my friend. So finalize contract. Yeah. Okay. And what else is our last? It's our last special player, Jeff Murphy. Okay. Off the ball work rate, leadership's okay, unambitious. What is it with this unambitious crowd? I think it was my last. I was about to say my last, my best. Geez, speed running is coming through in me. My last head of youth development. I've since replaced him, but he was unambitious, and I'm starting to see that coming through in the crop of youngsters that he single-handedly brought to the club, indoctrinated into his ways, and then dropped them on my lap and basically went, "Here you go, a bunch of kids who have no future." And I'm like, "Thanks for that." So we're gonna sign a contract. Approach to sign, breakthrough, finalize promises, and we're at the 12-minute mark, so I'm not sure if we're going to get a match today, but let me take you through the form. So I've got the schedule. You last met us at Southport, so we went on a bit of a run, and then our form collapsed. This one hurt. So we were leading. We at one point had a 2-0 lead, and then it was 3-2, and then Splendymore in the 89th minute, Glenn Taylor steps up, heads in, 3-3, injury time. The 94th minute of the 95 of the 5 minutes of additional time, Glenn Taylor gets his fucking hat-trick, and we lose 4-3. That hurt. Hereford again, same situation. We just weren't able to get an equalizer. It's one of the things that I'm noticing is that we're having a lot of situations where we're having high XGs, but we're actually having goals below our XGs. So what that is indicating is that we're actually getting opportunities. We're just not converting them. I think there's a dearth of confidence. I done a team talk with my squad. If I can go into dynamics, can I see their happiness? Social group, no happiness. There we go. Yeah, they're all fairly happy. I was able to sway their wordplay, their morale. That's the word I'm looking for, and get it into you're very good, you're really good, you're quite good, you're superb, you're excellent. So we've got. There we go. That's the catchphrase for today's episode. Where are you, beautiful bastard, Brendan Dillon? You're going straight into my senior squad. Jesus Christ. In terms of signings, I don't think there's anybody in particular that I have to think about. So he hasn't arrived yet. Jake Donnelly, we brought in on a free. Not too bad. Just operating with a bit of versatility to be able to play that attacking role, attacking centre, but also occupy our forwards if we're ever needing a left-sided forward. Who else? We've just brought in Crow to be able to, again, just provide a bit of additional firepower, because I like his passing and his technique, as well as having those decisions and the work rate, just to be able to move around the park, to be able to get himself and to utilize that passing and his range of passing with that 13 technique to just be able to provide the through balls that we want. He shoots from distance, which is always nice. He has no goals either from short or long range distance either. Paul Andrews, we just brought this fella in, centre defender, 31 years of age, but look at that, passing, marking, heading, jumping reach of 15, he's 6'4", and he's 31. There's years ahead of him, yeah, and we have him in on a 1.5-year deal. Experienced centre back, he can play on that left-hand side, and at a push, we can get him over here, and you know what, 6'4", he can play striker if we need to. If we're desperate for a goal, we can throw him up Virgil van Dijk style. Jesus, what is going on with my words? Robert Bade, I think this is the fella, the Sierra Leone goalkeeper. No. Okay, so how will I find him? Sierra Leone. Come on. Lee. I don't understand how words work. Okay, yeah, we're just going to give up on him. I signed a 16-year-old international goalkeeper. He's playing for Sierra Leone, but because he's 16, he won't actually be here for until December of this year. So, yeah, he's out of the question, and you won't be seeing him until he gets here, because I don't know how to spell Sierra Leone, apparently. So, the tactic that we're working at the moment is I started realizing that we are leaving a lot of space down here. So what I've done is I've turned Manley and Donnelly into centre midfield attackers. I played around with having them as Mazzala, support Mazzala attack, but I found that what it did is it just left this space here just far too open. Well, for whatever reason, those deep runs that centre mid attack do were just far more penetrating and far more deadly than the Mazzala runs. So I'm choosing to use the centre mid attack. The anchor man, I rotate between an anchor man and a defensive midfielder, because while I find that the anchor man is just better at like sitting in that hole and preventing counters, the defensive midfielder is good at like recycling possession and actually stepping forward into that attacking line himself. But again, I need a player who excels in that position, so I will be targeting that during the summer. Leonard and Stanley. Now, Stanley, 11 goals and 31 appearances. I have him signed on for another year. Once he sees out his contract, I'm probably not going to renew it, because I need somebody with a higher goal return. Because if you come to our competitions, if you go to Vanarama, we've dropped down to 6th. We have scored 38 goals, conceded 33. Gateshead have scored 40. We are one of the lowest scoring teams in the league, and it shows. It is the strength of our defence that is really proving the difference for us, although those 9 losses sting, and we're not drawing games as much as we could be doing, like Gloucester sitting up there. But again, like what's annoying is if you go to here, just you can see the further into the season we've gotten, we've just started falling down the table. Farsi and Gateshead, between them, are battling out for that first position. Gloucester just decided yoink. York City just went yoink, and Hereford, who are a position above us, just beat us 3-2. That hurt. And in their stadium, they had 3,333 people in attendance. Palindrome of trees. So let's see, how far away is our next match? Guiseley. Okay, you know what? I'm going to call it here at 19 minutes, because I don't want these episodes to go beyond 20 minutes if I can. Each one has just been spiraling out of control from there, and like one of my Kilkenny episodes was 40 minutes long. Now, it was the provincial championship, so damn it, you deserved to see that happen. But I'm not going to keep you too much longer here, so if you enjoyed this episode, friends, hit that subscribe button, make sure that you make a like in the video, and comment. That comments really do help the algorithm, and hey, it gives me something to respond to, so you can keep up on the save and just ask me questions about everything. So I'm going to let you go, my friends. Peace out. Catch you again.